Welcome back to White Mountains today. My guest at this time is Andrea Masters from the North Conway Public Library, who is here to talk about a big fundraising event, an annual event.
Yes, it's Bike for Books coming up again for the 11th time
Free
already.
horse-drawn.
Who would have thought?
And this is nice because it's obviously for a great cause, but it's also a great way to experience the valley. You guys do a lot to put on this event. Tell us about how it works.
It's a totally fun event to begin with. It's a mountain biking tour, and the emphasis on tour here. It's not a race.
Okay.
You can, registration is October 6th. We start between 8:30 and 10:30. Everybody can come when they want. You know, if you need to sleep a little longer, then you come a little later, and then you start, and you go this whole thing at your own pace. And we have different tour options. We have a 2-mile tour for the little ones to Whitaker Woods. It's a very easy,
Nice.
flat thing. Yes, it's a family event. And that's very important. We want this to be for the family and for everybody involved. Anybody, little children, beginning bikers,
Yep.
expert bikers, the hotshot riders. So we have a very easy 2-mile tour. We have a 5-mile tour through Whitaker Woods, which is a little more demanding if you're a little better on the bike. And then we have the Grand Tour. It's a 20-mile loop around the valley through the heart of the Mount Washington Valley. And then that's for intermediate riders and for the expert, for the hotshot mountain bikers. We have some little add-on loops to that base tour to make it more challenging and more demanding.
Wow. So now do you yourself go out and map all these out? And I know you said on your flyer, you know, you won't get lost. So do you do like some marking of the trails?
We absolutely do. They're really well marked. We have a group of very dedicated mountain bikers here at the White Mountain chapter of NEMBA, and they're helping us and they're marking the routes with big signs. I should have brought a sign with me. They're like high fluorescent,
Nice.
blue, yellow, pink, whatever. And we supply a map. Every rider gets a map, so chances of getting lost are really, really, really slim.
What a great way to explore the valley. You'll learn about some of the better places to mountain bike, and at the
Yes.
same time you'll be helping on a great cause. Now, how does this help the library?
We raise money by registration fee, and we want to make this a family event. So I think the registration fees are very low, very reasonable. It's
Yep.
$20 for an adult, an individual, $35 for a couple, $40 for a whole family of 4. So you can make it a family event and not break the wallet, break your budget.
Yeah.
Plus, you get a lot for it. It's not only mountain biking. We have a huge raffle. Well, we can't call it a raffle. It's giveaways.
Yeah.
Lots of businesses here in the valley, restaurants. Cranmore has donated tons of lift passes and passes to the adventure park. So those are free giveaways. We have a huge feast afterward. Feed pizza, Elvio's Pizza is giving us tons of pizza. Frontside Grind is supplying us with hot coffee.
Nice.
Yes, and we have hot soup if in case it's a cold day,
Yep.
desserts, and lots of goodies to eat.
And you guys set up rest stations too along the route,
Yep.
right? So as you're pedaling and you get thirsty, this doesn't happen normally when you're mountain biking. Hey, look it, there's someone there with some water for me.
Yeah, well, we have one pit stop. That's at the Swift River Covered Bridge,
Yep.
which is a very nice location. And we have bananas, bagels, and water, Gatorade there.
Perfect. And the funds, what does the North Conway Public Library use the money for?
We want to use it for our children's room. This is strictly for our children's room.
Yep.
Yes. And speaking of the North Conway Library, I would love to point out that we are a privately funded library. That means we're free and open to the public. Anybody can come and get a library card there. Anybody in the Mount Washington Valley.
Right.
We're not restricted to North Conway, Bartlett, Jackson, Madison, Eaton. You can all get a free library card at our library. But we're, again, privately funded. That means we have to raise all our operating funds by ourselves with fundraiser like this.
It's such a beautiful and historic library too.
It is. Yeah, we're having our 125-year anniversary this year.
Wow, you know, I was just going to ask, I didn't want to put you on the spot to ask you how old the building was, because I just, for whatever reason, just the other day I was looking at it and said, that's a beautiful piece of architecture right
It
there.
is. It really is. It's art and craft architecture. That's the style it was built in. It was built in 1911. So the
Wow.
building itself was 100 years old last year, but the library itself was founded in 1887. So it's our 125-year anniversary.
All right. Now, are you going to bike? I know you're coordinating, so it's very difficult. You're going to oversee everything, but you are like a mega athlete. You're amazing. So if anybody could pull it off, you could. You could bike the whole thing and then come back and coordinate the event.
Well, the coordination is mostly right now, these past weeks, when you have to do the real hard work. And then once registration is done, yes, I'll definitely go out on bike because it's so much fun. It really is fun.
Very nice. And you'll probably swim a couple laps in a lake.
Loops in between, yes.
In between. Anything else you want people to know about the library or the event?
Holding this thing, everybody, of course, gets a free bike bottle with our logo and our
Nice.
sponsor logos there. And what else is there? Great food, great fun, great people. We usually have so far 120 people show up, and so even if you're coming by yourself, you always find somebody to bike with. We also offer group rides. I do the intermediate ride, and then Odd will do the epic ride, which is really hardcore. And if you want to do the bike, it's the last weekend of the Freiburg Fair. If you
Yep.
just want to come for a couple hours and bike the short loop, that's fine too. You bike an hour or two, you get some pizza, and then you go off to the fair.
And there you go. It's actually, you're right, you can do this in a relatively modest amount of time during the day. It
Yes.
doesn't take up the whole
Yes.
day. For a great cause, great exercise, great tour of the valley, see some things, and just a lot of fun.
It sure is.
So again, if it's October 6th.
October 6th,
Which is-
it's always Columbus Day weekend. It's a Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
And registration the day of the event is 8:30 to 10:30. You can also register online. More information at our website,
Which is?
www.northconwaylibrary.com. Very simple. We have a tab there, page for Bike for Books. You can register at bikewedge.com online. So we try to make it easy.
Very easy. Andrea Masters from the North Conway Public Library. Thank you from the North Conway
Public Library, yes.
right? Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for
I
having
wish
me.
you a lot of luck in next week's event.
Thanks a bunch.
We'll be right back to wrap up White Mountains today, including some more Watch and Win.
It's the 2000